Guys, welcome back towards Illuminator 11 and today 9 of our series Create Magic in Your Life. So in the last video that we did, we talked about the most important relationship when it comes to your life and when it comes to creating that magic and bringing in magic into your life. And that is your relationship with God, with the creator, with the divine, and there's also the important relationship that you have with yourself. If you haven't checked out that video, do check it out. So when we are talking about creating magic into your life, bringing in magic into your life, we are talking about, the things that are meant for you coming in. The things that you dream of, your dreams, your desires, having those things come into your life, manifesting those things, bringing those things in, attracting those things into your life. And we're also talking about, living more in flow when it comes to your life, where things tend to happen magically in your day-to-day life, where you actually see something and it's like, wow, this has happened in a magical way because you're working with the creator, with heaven to bring in this life that is more a life of flow. So that's what we're talking about when we're talking about creating magic in your life. For example, you wake up in your day and you are in that energy of, I'm going to have a productive day today. And then everything that just happens in a magical way. And at the end of the day, you're like, wow, it was such a magical day. Those are the kind of things that we're talking about when we're talking about creating magic in your life and then bringing in those desires, the dreams that you have, that is creating magic in your life by you working with the creator, with heaven, to be able to bring those things in. And today we are going to talk sort of like the next step of working with the divine, with God, to bring in your desires. And that is something that is very important when it comes to creating magic in your life. And that is that letting go. We talked about having faith that everything will be brought in for you at the right time. Having faith in God to be able to bring in those things that are meant for you in the right divine timing. We talked about that in another video. Do check it out. And today it's about that letting go. As I said right from the start, the most important person in creating magic in your life is you. So when you are in the place of asking for your desires, you also have to ask. That's another important thing. You have to ask the divine, ask the creator for what you desire. Ask and it is given. You can't just expect it to come in without asking. So that can be about prayer. Doing those practices that help you to be in that, to have that connection, that communication, with the creator, to be able to ask for your desires, to be able to ask for the things that you dream of. So you have to, to make time for that. And prayer doesn't necessarily mean, you have to be down on your knees, although you can, if that's what you prefer. It's how you prefer to have your communication with God. And it's about praying and asking, setting those intentions and, making your wishes out to the universe, all those things are part of you asking for your desires to come in. And when you do pray and ask for those things, you then have to let go. You then have to let go and trust and have faith that it comes in. And what I've noticed in terms of letting go is that, when I have just let go of something, it really happens in a powerful way and it happens much quicker. And for example, I'll give the example that I talked about before, which was around Christmas time with the flowers that, I went, it was like the Christmas Eve, I went to the supermarket near me. I needed to get a few things for my Christmas dinner. And I go in and, as I was walking there, I was thinking I would love to have some flowers, over this Christmas period in my living room. And I got there and I looked at the flowers as I walked in and I sort of decided on the ones that I was going to get in. But because I was going to walk around for a bit and look for things, I decided to leave the flowers. I decided on these beautiful red flowers. I was going to leave them and then I would pick them up on the way out and then pay for them together with everything else. So when I then came out after taking, finding what I needed, and I forgot about the flowers. So I came home, completely forgot, but it's something I really, really wanted. So I'd given that thought out to the universe. It was something that I was wanting to have, over the Christmas period. So, but I completely forgot because, there was a lot going on and what I was buying and all this stuff. And then I got home as the door to my lift opened, there were flowers outside my door, and there were 2 bunches of flowers, and one of them was red flowers. And it was literally like, wow, that magic had happened. I thought about the flowers. It was something that I really wanted, and I thought about it, and then I sort of let it go. I wasn't constantly thinking, oh, I got flowers, how are they gonna come and whatever. Even I forgot about it. Like, I completely forgot about it. And then I turned up to my door and the flowers were there. So it was just really, really powerful that, that thought that I'd given out. It was like a wish that I would love to have these flowers. I was thinking about the flowers in a happy way, and then I go home, even though I forgot about getting them for myself, I found that my neighbor had left flowers for me. So what I'm talking about there is that energy of letting go. I wasn't holding on to the flowers. I actually forgotten and let that go, and it happened. And I've seen this happen so many times, whereby something, I think about something, but because it's not something that big, I sort of think about it and I easily let it go. And then it either turns up or something happens that gets me in that situation, or I manage to get that somehow. And, it may not be the exact same thing I was thinking about, but it turns up. Or I think about, I would love to go to this place. And then something, like a retreat opens up in that place, that sort of thing. And there's always those kind of magical things that happen. But that's because you think about it, you make that wish, you maybe pray and ask for it, and then you let it go. But what tends to happen is that we sometimes, especially with the bigger things, when you think about your twin flame journey, the desire to be with you, with that love, and, having that love that you're desiring, that's a really big thing for all of us, for a lot of people. But because it's such a big thing, we don't let go. We hold on to that. What if this doesn't happen? When is it going to happen? How will it happen? There's all these things. We hold on to it so much. Even if we say we've let go. And I've found that as well, even on my own twin flame journey, I'm like, I've let go. And then I find myself sort of, getting lost in not letting go again. So, but where you can just sort of give it out and pray for it and ask for it, and you don't have to keep praying again and again and again for it, because God does hear you. But then you let go and you surrender, you give it to God, and you trust that it is going to come in. That's when you see that magic happen. So it's about letting go, doing what you can to let go and be in that energy of faith. And that letting go has power. That letting go is showing that you are in a place where you are having faith, where you're trusting in the divine, where you're trusting that God will bring in what is meant for you at the right time. And that letting go helps to bring in your desires. So that's the message that was just really coming through. It's about thinking about it for yourself. When you're desiring something, are you in that energy where you are wondering, if is it going to happen? How will it happen? It's like it's constantly something that is there with you. Or can you just let go and maybe even forget about it? The way I forgot about those flowers, and then they're suddenly there. And I say that because I've seen it work on so many times, where I just completely let go, even forget about something, and then it happens. So it's something for us all to think about. Letting go is a powerful step when it comes to creating magic in your life. So that was the message that's coming through. So let's see what we need to know today, what's coming through from the little book of happiness. So, love is the energy of life. And this is by Robert Browning. Love is the energy of life. Take time to make other people happy. Think about how you can create more happiness for others. Thinking and planning something special for another person can be as enjoyable and fulfilling as the recipient's experience. It could be as simple as a birthday card or as extravagant as a surprise party. And that is so true. You know, taking time to make other people happy is something that is enjoyable and fulfilling for you, the person who's doing it, as well as for other people. You know, I've found when I've gone to for like on Christmas, the last 2 Christmases, I've volunteered at this Christmas party for the elderly, and I've come out of there with my heart full. And I've had a great time dancing on the dance floor, talking to different people, saying to me, oh, I may be 85, but I still got it, and it's just so enjoyable. And it's very fulfilling as well. So, and then you see their happy faces, for example, being there, dancing and, enjoying themselves. And it's just wonderful to see. They're happy. It makes other people happy. It also makes you happy. It's it's what I thought about because we were talking about Christmas. So it's about thinking about what you can do to make other people happy as well, because it really does make a difference for those people that you're doing it for, and you're giving to others. And then it also has that enjoyable experience to see how happy it makes others. And it is, and it's a good thing for you to do as well. So that's the message coming through for today. So thank you, angels, and from believe in your own magic. So they jumped out straight away there. And we've got here garden, and it says something lovely will grow from this. So something lovely will grow from this. So this can be in relation to, maybe something that is going on. I just need to get the book out. Something that is going on, something challenging in your life. Something else will grow out of it, or something, whereby things may not be working out, or, all these things, such as, going into separation with your divine masculine on the twin flame journey. It can seem it is the most painful and difficult thing, but something lovely will grow from this. You find your true self. You open up to who you truly are. You find things about yourself that you didn't even know, your gifts, your talents, you work on your mission. There's all these things. You love yourself. So something lovely will grow from this. So let's see what 15 is saying today. So the message is, either we sit around and dwell on our pain, or we learn how to grow something lovely out of it. Ready or not, it's time for the next chapter of your life. Do the thing you feel you most need to do in order to aid your healing, even if it feels selfish. Sometimes it needs to be a little selfish in order for it to work in the long run. Worry about focusing on you for now. So it's really important when, you're going through something painful and, something that is really difficult and challenging, to know that you grow out of this. Something lovely will grow out of this. And it means that it's time for a change, for the next chapter of your life. To work through the pain, to work through everything and heal from that situation, to then be able to move forward. This can be a breakup. This can be a loss of a job. This can be whatever it is. It's about healing when it comes to that, making time for that healing for yourself. You have to make that time for yourself, even if it may seem selfish. You saying no to other people, to doing certain things, but you have to do that for yourself, because the more you can give yourself that time to do that, the more that's going to help you to open up to the next chapter of your life. Everything always happens for a reason, to help you to get to where you're meant to be. To finish off, thank you, angels. What message is coming through? Okay, and it's enlightenment, and it's a beautiful card, and I feel that this card is really about, your connection as well to the divine there. That connection that you have that helps you to move forward in your true power, to find where you're meant to be, what it is that you are here to do. And I feel that it's about releasing certain things that have been holding you back for a long time, to become more enlightened, to move into higher consciousness, to find more of your true self, to really stand in your true power, in your authenticity, and, and to really move forward to be who you are truly here to be. And that happens by releasing the things that have been holding you back, by working on yourself, by healing things of the past, and by moving forward, in your true power. And that is going to open you up to really finding more of your true self, and to have more of that enlightenment and higher consciousness as you move forward on your path. And the more you are doing that, the more that helps you to bring in more of that magic into your life. I hope you have a great day, guys. Sending you so much love.